Ronin here. Today we're going to be checking out the new Trigun series, Trigun Stampede. It is early in the morning, I got my coffee, we're ready to go. I'm not a morning person. I'm really excited about this because I don't really know much about the perspective of this particular show. I'm a big fan of the original Trigun series. I'm used to watching it in English with Johnny Young Bosch as Vash. It seemed like the majority of you was okay with me watching the subtitled version. But yeah, this is one of my favorite series growing up. Because like by the time I got into anime, I was already kind of like a young adult, basically. So I was already probably near the end of high school or fresh out of high school whenever anime started really coming into my life. So this was like early 2000s. I'm dating myself here. But Trigun was one of the first batch of animes that I got exposed to. You know, and I loved everything about it. You know, the Gung Ho Guns, Vash himself, Wolfwood, and so it's gonna be cool seeing where this is from. So again, I don't know what perspective this show is kind of telling the story from. I don't know if this is a retelling or, you know, whatever, parallel universe, like however you want to do it. I'm thinking it's probably like a retelling, kind of like what like Evangelion got with the movies. So it's, you know, it's similar up to a certain point, and then it like goes off on its own at some point. So I wonder if that's kind of similar to this. So we're gonna quit farting around and we're gonna jump right into this. Guys, feel free to jump on, check out my Patreon. We are gonna have full reactions on this. They're gonna be more of like watch-alongs on my Patreon if you want to see that version. Otherwise, these versions will be up on YouTube anyway. I wonder if we're gonna get this side of the story right away, being in space and whatnot. Yeah, obviously we are, because we're in space. Very Star Warsy. Seeds. Oh, there's a whole fleet. Okay. Usually I shy away from 3D animated, like, anime. This looks really good. There's Vash. Where's Knives? If things are blowing up, you gotta figure out where Knives is. There's Rem. Yep. Doesn't look like it's exaggerating. You can fit. Are there seats in the back of that? Oh man. They had to pull a Superman. They could have put more people in the pod, but they didn't. It's for the story, people. Okay, no, there's no seats in the back. Oh, that's sick. Wow. Oh. We're getting way more out of this than the original series. That was dope. That was pretty dope. Is that Meryl? Oh, she's a reporter here now? What a fucking asshole. Whoa. Well, yeah, technically that was kind of in the original show too. I won't go too deep into that. So we're not doing insurance anymore, huh? Okay. So Vash has already made a name for himself. Well, you found him.
放っとくわけにもいきません。
な
ありがとう。
No, he peeped his gun.
この男何やった？
記者かなら聞いたことくらいあるだろう。通称ヒューマノイド台風。各地で人を殺し、プラントを強奪して回っている。
So is that $6 million double dollars?
偶然出会った人がこんないい人だなんて、僕はなんてついてるんだろう。
いや、そんな褒めすぎいい人だなんて。
うさんくせえやつ。
Such an interesting
ヒューマノイド
animation for everything.
バッシュザスタンピードか。
Like, I love the coloring, the hair. Again, I usually shy away from like the 3D animation with anime because usually it's a little choppy, but I kind of like how this is done.
あんたらこそ何？バッシュをどうする気だい？返答次第じゃ血を見るよ。
二人とも僕の友達なんだ。
じゃあその縄は？
縄？
さあ何にする？あんたたちも。
Interesting. So Meryl is a kid, so there's already like an age difference between the shows.
まさかお前さんがプラントにしとはな。
意外だろう。
Yep, Vash is a very smart boy.
買うにしても莫大な金が必要になる。
莫大な金が必要だって見つけたぞヒューマノイド大群
He would turn himself in for that. Jeez. Chill.
一対一の決闘だよな。
決闘？
なるほど。
でないとお前さん
He doesn't want to do that either.
なあ見てろって。多分お前が思うほど弱くないぞあいつ。
Nope, Vash is a bad motherfucker.
け勝負にならん。
嫌だ。
I love his new character design though too. I never thought you could really change it or deviate too much from it without like losing how cool it was. But I like this too. Oh shit. Oh my god. He just bombed himself basically.
建物の中に入ってるんだ。
あの人、誰も巻き込まないように。
We're gonna see him be a badass. He's out of bullets. Oh, he's out of bullets.
22口径の弾持ってる人。誰か。
No, she's got him.
受け取ってください。ローザさんからです。
Is that one bullet? Oh, come on.
一発だけかよ。
Watch, she's gonna like ricochet them all and destroy them all. Oh shit. Oh my god, that looks so badass. Oh. Oh shit. Wow. That was so badass. I'm on board. I'm on board.
お前さんは憲兵なんぞこれっぽっちも恐れてはいない。別の何か教えてくれよ。
兄がいるんだ。
I wonder if that bird was some kind of spy or something. Oh, we get to see where Knives is?
ミリオンズ・ナイブスという名前は聞いたことあるかい？見つけたか。案内しろ、回収する。
I love all the names of like all like the key players of the show too. Really creative.
皆殺しにする。
Wow, that was one hell of a first episode, that's for sure. I definitely want to mention that the story, even though like if this was like ultimately like a fillerish episode, like it's a lot more engaging than the old series. The old series it can be a bit dated in certain episodes, but the original series also has like some actual like filler episodes that doesn't have too much to do with anything, but the first episode should always kind of establish Vash as a character and how he deals with confrontation. So it's important to kind of see what sort of character he is and how he deals with it. He's an interesting character in that he has to deal with conflict a lot, and yet he doesn't want to fight, and yet he's like a skilled fighter at the same time. So it's like, how can you be a skilled fighter and yet you don't want to fight at the same time and also deal with these people that it doesn't seem like there's any other option than to just fight them. But yeah, that was badass though. The animation on point, the character design. I really love the updated character design for Vash. Again, I didn't think you could really change him a whole lot because the red coat is such a staple, but they kind of updated it to where it's kind of more modernized fashion, and it works. You know, it's just flashy enough. I love that, you know, his arm is like more up front, like a fake arm. Though that would have been kind of a neat reveal too. You know, spoiler if you haven't seen the original series, but the original series, it was kind of more of a like a secret, a reveal that he had a fake arm, because it was always wrapped in like, it was like leather bound or, you know, whatever it was wrapped in. And by the time you got to see it get revealed, it was like kind of a cool moment. I'm not too hurt by that though. I do miss Johnny as Vash though. There were certain moments where he's laughing, and in my head I was trying to like hear Johnny's laugh, because it's such a maniacal laugh for Vash. It's like over the top, but that's kind of, it was very charming in that way. So that is something I'm still wanting to get over, and I would definitely like to watch this again in English. Interesting where we meet up with Meryl. I still don't remember that guy's name, but it's interesting that he took over. What was the other girl's name? Was it like Millie? Yeah, Millie. I wonder if we're still getting Millie or if she's just not in it. And then it's, you know, it's interesting that it's not an insurance company anymore. It's they're reporters. Though I guess that is kind of an easier route to go, because even as insurance agents, they still had to like write up reports, and that would be in a way like writing up a story, I guess, because they did have to type up stories and like make reports about like how things got damaged and how things were gonna get paid for. And then yeah, that was like their reasoning for having to follow Vash around. But this is a good thing too. The guy traveling with Meryl, he seems like he's seen some shit, and he's kind of like not the voice of reason, but just he's more of like the realistic worldview, or the maybe slightly pessimistic worldview, while Meryl can be like the young, more hopeful character who might run in head first into a situation because she's got this moral high ground, just part of the virtue of being young. And while the other guy's older and he's a bit more broken, and he's a bit more accepting of, you know, how people just let things happen and things like that. So that's also an interesting dynamic. I'm not too hurt by that either. You know, we got knives. We didn't get any gung-ho guns, but I did see the cast that maybe we might be getting some of them, but I don't know if we're getting all of them. So this is definitely like a retelling. For sure, this is a retelling of the story, and so far I like it. It's very stylistic. The music is really good too. Yeah, like there's not really anything about this that I have to complain, and I think I'm being fairly critical of it too. If something was wrong, blatantly wrong, I would definitely point that out. I think the only thing I have to get used to is this Vash's voice. It's just goofy enough to where it flies just fine with me, but Johnny is just another level. Again, I grew up with him, so I'm biased for sure, 100%. So, but anyway, guys, that was a great first episode. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. We're gonna be doing more of these for sure, because I really enjoyed this. And just so you know, I am also doing Samurai Champloo, so those of you waiting for those reactions, I am working on those too. It's just This is on a fixed schedule, whereas Champloo, I have to kind of work into my work schedule amongst other editing projects. So hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I'll see you all next time.